comes Barrington taking off on his solo trip around the world from the Miami Aviation Center at Opa-locka Airport. On March 23, 2007, Barrington Irving took off from the Opa-locka Executive Airport, soaring his way into history. Well, South Florida, you are witnessing history as you see this plane that's flying in the air right now, and that is Barrington Irving, a student at Florida Memorial University, who is now on his way to taking off to flying around the world to become the youngest person to fly around the world solo, also the first African American to fly around the world, and also the first university student to fly around the world. So he's now going to make a turnaround and come back one more time. We're going to take a look and watch Barrington Irving as he prepares to fly around the world. Back on the ground, two young men who knew Irving before the world came to know him shared their thoughts as they witnessed their friend's dream of being the youngest person to fly around the world solo take flight. Keith Morin is an aviation major from Trinidad.
I met Barrington in the spring of 2004. My first interaction with him, before I actually started flying, he already had his instrument, or he was working on his commercial license. So he invited me to fly with one of his friends. But honestly, I didn't have the confidence in myself actually to go up in a small 172 aircraft and fly with anyone. So I kind of told him I took a rain check on the flight until I was confident that until he could probably have gotten his commercial license. So that's my first interaction with him. And of course, see him every day in the Lehman building, in Dr. Kane's office, pitching his idea about flying around the world, doing classes with Dr. Kane. So that's my first interaction with him as a student.
When you first heard his idea of flying around the world, what did you think?
I guess like a lot of us, it seems a bit far-fetched. It seems something that's so distant from any one of us, because you think, okay, Barrington is a young black guy just like myself. Certainly I would have never had certainly we have the idea, but to actually put it in motion and to see it come to fruition, that's a whole different thing, whole different thing. So I'm amazed at what I saw today. I'm very amazed.
Matt Kinsley Cox graduated from Florida Memorial with his degree in aeronautical science.
Well, it says a lot about the quality of the person that actually raised the money on his own to actually accomplish. In this case, it's Barrington. So it says a lot about him being able to go out there by himself without much assistance and do something like that. It shows the quality of students that Florida Memorial has. I would be extremely hyper. My adrenaline would be pumping really, really high right now, because to do something groundbreaking like this, it's an extremely rare opportunity for any one person to accomplish. Like Keith said previously, Charles Lindbergh. Then we had the Tuskegee Airmen, who was the first minorities to actually have the opportunity to fly in the United States Air Force. And then we have one of the most decorated Tuskegee Airmen, Chief Alfred Anderson, who did this before, which was before my time. I didn't have the opportunity to meet someone of his stature. So now me being able to meet someone like Barrington, have a one-on-one interaction with him, I consider it an extremely rare and a very rare and sweet opportunity to be part of this groundbreaking history. Maybe I might not be on his side when he's in all those pictures and magazines and stuff like that, but as an example to my son, my grandson, me being an aviator, I could say that I was part of that one opportunity that this person had to make history at that point in time.
Okay, again, that was Barrington Irving taking off on his solo flight around the world. Again, I have with me Dr. Raymond Kane, who is his academic advisor over the aviation program. We'll hear from him in a moment. But first, coming up, I want to take you to the day that Barrington returned from this solo flight around the world. We'll have that story and hear from Dr. Raymond Kane when we come back on Florida Memorial University Today.